This fall, I feel like it's time for a harvest. And to all my fellow witchies and spiritual girlies, happy Mabon, also known as the autumn equinox. But I feel like summer was not that much fun, honestly. But what I love about the autumn or fall vibe is Wheel of Fortune, whatever you felt like were unfortunate events, wherever you felt like the universe was not supporting you, you were not being favored, things were just going batshit crazy or wrong. I feel like you learned a lot about who values you, who doesn't, who belongs in your life, who doesn't, clarity around jobs, what you want to do, what is fully in alignment with you. And Nine of Pentacles, I feel like that harvest is really coming in now that we're in this, my favorite season personally. Let me know if autumn is your favorite season in the comments. But we have the Death card and the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you guys put something to bed, okay? Death card is Scorpio energy. It could be with a Scorpio. It doesn't have to be though. But I feel like there was this really deep transformation, and it's almost like the moment you put it to bed, things started to speed up. If things have not sped up when something has officially ended, this could be someone actually like no longer being here with us, if you get what I'm saying. I feel like the process of something starts speeding up, or something comes in really, really quickly. Yeah, oh my gosh. So we have the two quickest knights in the entire deck, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. What I'm kind of feeling like here is you're going to have the momentum, the information, the clarity you need to move forward, take a leap of faith, travel, start a creative project, or expand a creative project, maybe a business. Two of Wands, something that you've already been planning. Yeah, and it's leading to a lot of happiness, fulfillment, bliss. It could have something to do with the authentic self. Comment authentic if you guys have been on an authenticity journey. I feel like that's really important here. But the sun is also, like I said, Leo energy, 5th house energy. So this could have to do with your hobbies, entrepreneurship, the inner child, embracing, kind of like giving me this like childlike way of living, meaning like being in the present moment, having fun, doing things you love. I think I said entrepreneurship already, or if you have kids, spending more time with your children. But the sun is like, again, it's like more clarity after some sort of really big transformation or something that, or someone that like came to an end. Okay. King of Wands. Wow. Okay. So I feel like whatever clarity, momentum, information is here is coming from, again, you being like, I cannot tolerate like this person, this way of being, this mentality, mindset, this way of doing things, this cycle, whatever it is for you, right? Tell me what you couldn't tolerate in the comments. The Sun and the King of Wands is giving me like, with this clarity, with this abundance potentially that's coming in, it's almost like you feel super friggin' confident regarding you taking action in some area of life that's tied to fire energy. So something that requires like just a lot of energy, something in leadership, something in expansion of some sort, something where you don't have to rely on someone else. Okay, I feel like this is not like hyper independence or toxic independence. This is like well-deserved freedom to 333 on my timestamp, to do or be whoever the fuck you want to be. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. All right, without restriction is kind of like the vibe I'm getting here. This is also giving me green light, but there's a lot of entrepreneurship energy in here. The sun is giving me light worker energy too. So I don't know if you guys are, let me know in the comments, if you're a light worker, a healer, psychic or intuitive, okay, maybe a witchy like me too. But there's something here about like embracing, like using a cycle you ended, something you learned from that, and maybe bringing happiness, light, and healing to others through leadership, through education. Yeah, I feel like it's time. 55 on my my battery, by the way. Wheel of Fortune coming out twice, 4 of Wands, crossing a finish line, success. Could have something to do with family or family cycles here. But overall, I feel like the timing is right because it's almost like someone or a situation had to prove to you that like they were never going to show up for you. It or they was just not going to be what you needed it to be, or who they needed, or who you needed them to be. And I feel like once you got that clarity, it's almost like that's kind of what helped you cut the cord or walk away from something. It's almost like, I don't know, maybe you needed just this clarity, this perspective. Page of Cups. Again, I can't make this shit up. Hold on. Death, Scorpio, 8th house, Leo, 5th house, and then Page of Cups, your intuition. Unexpected good news. Okay, so we have 3 messengers already for this season of fall. Whenever you're seeing this, you're meant to, though. After this transformation, whether internal, external, or both, usually if it's an internal, you're going to see it externally, right? Because your physical environment is a direct reflection of your internal state, right? This ending is what leads to your greatest happiness in like the most unexpected way here. Now, remember how I said, like, a lot of you are healers, light workers, you're stepping into your purpose, leadership, and like bringing inspiration and healing to others potentially, or you're just going to be able to live like a more happy and fulfilled life. Like, you're going to be more confident in being able to do that because of whatever this turn in fortune is. Page of Cups, make sure you're listening to your intuition. I feel like, though, this ending, you're going to see it because Page of Cups is like looking at something in a completely different way. This is like looking at being able to see the situation and saying, oh my gosh, now I understand why it had to work out that way. It was like very unexpected, but I can understand why. But Page of Cups too is like, it's almost like proof that you should always trust your intuition rather than trust like the logical, methodical process or way of doing things, if that makes sense. Yeah, King of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So I feel like there's unexpected good news or your intuition being right over logic, because intuition, the job of your intuition is to always guide you on your most aligned and authentic path. Like, that is one of the biggest jobs of your intuition, right? So the way that I explain it, and I talk about this a lot on my lives, which I host every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Follow me if you want to catch me live. But your intuition is the path. Your mind is the setup, right? The planning, the putting all the pieces together, right? Your mind is never going to give you the pathway, all right? But you need your mind to put like all the pieces, the planning together to take action, if that makes sense. Okay. So the best way I like to describe it to clients is your intuition is always going to be that first thing that comes through. That's the guidance. That's what that's the direction. Okay. The decision, the direction you need to go. Then the mind is like, okay, this is how I'm like going to put all the pieces into place and move forward. Okay. Okay, we started with these 2 cards and we're going to end the reading with these 2 cards because clearly Spirit is saying I said what I said, right? So I feel like King of Swords in the reverse, that's someone who's really harsh. King of Swords in the reverse gives me like big time narcissist vibes. Comment narcissist if you've been dealing with one. Anyway, so what I'm kind of getting is this could be a narcissistic parent. Or person in your life, doesn't have to be a parent. I say parent because the pages represent children, or your inner child, or you are the child of a parent, obviously. But I feel like this might be tied to money. 9 of Pentacles is actually a card of inheritance, believe it or not just the 10 of Pentacles. Like, that house back there is actually an estate that she inherits. That's actually hers. I feel like there's something that is meant to be yours that someone took or stole. Now, whether this is stole like your ability to value yourself or actually stole physical money, could literally be from an estate. I feel like this person's getting caught. This is coming to light. Maybe this person or situation had the opportunity to come forward and they didn't, and they're going to wish that they did. They're going to wish that they did. All right. But outside of that, I just feel like there's not like anything you need to do to receive this abundance, this harvest, because the Page of Cups is telling me it's unexpected. All you have to do is get out of your head about it. Stop trying to figure out how to finagle things from mental headspace, and just let yourself receive because you're worthy of. Yeah. King of Pentacles. I feel like this is a high level of financial independence, independence in entrepreneurship, but things being stable, secure, and feeling safe in your body, your finances, your career, and just in life in general.